racism in Hollywood is a special kind of racism, right?
Yeah.
Because out here, what we have are for the most part, we have white allies, and we have
Hmm.
good white allies. The problem with some of those white allies is they don't realize that they are also part of the problem. And I
Yes.
don't mean that, and in a way that you are responsible for the enslavement of my people. I'm like, calm down, relax. What I'm trying to say to you is that you have privileges
Yes.
that you are not aware of, that I do
Yes.
not have.
Yes.
So it's what I've found in this city is they do this with a lot of Black and brown people, which is we're always supposed to be eternally grateful.
Oof.
And the thing that gets me
Oof.
is, and you see a lot of this happening right now, right?
Hmm.
It's like a lot of these white allies want pats on the back. They want a attaboy. They want
They want
a
a
hand.
cookie. They want you to bake them
Yeah.
a cake and be like, thank you.
And I'm like, hey, listen, I'm actually not going to give you a pat on the back for doing what you should have been doing,
Yes.
because you should have been doing it.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm not going to show you all of this overwhelming gratitude and bow down and tell you how much I appreciate you for doing what you should have
Should have
done.
been doing. Yes.
And it's like, it's this thing about what my dad used to always say. My dad had a lot of good ones, but it would be, we had chores. Okay, my chore was to wash the dishes that night. I got done washing the dishes, and now I want my mom and dad to say, "Hey, that's a fantastic," and give me a pat on the back. That's my chore.
Yeah.
Okay, like, you don't pat someone on the back for doing what they're supposed to do. You pat someone on the back for going above and beyond.
Right. It's not even just your chore, it's your responsibility, right? Like what they were teaching
Yeah,
you was responsibility.
right.
And I keep saying, especially with this global awakening, for any white person or a non-Black person to go back to business as usual is irresponsible, right? You're
Yeah.
not going to get a pat on the back for doing what you are responsible for doing, which is
Yes.
being a person who cares about the lives of other people, even if they don't look like you, being somebody who uses their privilege to support somebody else's success and not right, not just survival, but their success.
I'm sure the showrunners for Lucifer know now, as my entire cast. I've been pushing for 2 seasons to do an episode about police,
Mm,
and now I realize that that had more to do with my own experiences and
right.
stuff that I had gone through, that I was still trying to work through. And I was a dog with a bone for some reason. Now I know the reason,
Yeah, yeah.
and I wasn't able to really let that go. I was really pushy about it and really felt that we have this incredible platform, and that we need to use that platform for good. We need to use that platform to educate people.
Yeah.
But that incident, all of the stuff that's been happening has brought up a whole bunch of stuff for me, which now I'm trying to deal with as an adult.
And I imagine part of that is to do with, as we said, survival, but there is something about for all of your life being like the sky is blue, the sky is blue, the sky is blue, and white people being like, what are you talking about? It's like a purple, it's like red. What are you talking about? And then finally they're like, oh, the sky is blue.
Yeah.
And that validation of racism exists, white supremacy is a thing, brutality is a thing, then forces, it just unlocks a whole trunk that I think as Black people we've kept securely locked, especially Black people in Hollywood, to move in these really white spaces. We've
Yes.
kept the rage and the sadness and the disappointment and the fear and the anxiety locked so that we could survive and
Amen.
do our
Amen.
job, right? And this like global awakening has unlocked it in a way where that's why I think it's so important for Black people to take care of themselves. And that's why I've said, like, if you want to speak out, speak out. If you want to sit down and be quiet, because there's just so many
Yes.
emotions that have rushed to the surface. All of these memories, all of these microaggressions that are actually, full-on racist aggressions
Yes.
start flooding to the surface, and you're like, this thing and that thing, and you start to realize how often you've been discriminated against, right?
Yes.
Because we
Yes.
made the small moments of being followed in a store normal.
Yes. Yes.
And so
We
you're
have
like,
normalized a lot of this racist shit.
yes,
So it's crazy, because then trying to explain it to someone who thought we were cool, and it's like, no, we've never been cool with that shit.